Hello ladies and gentlemen, Groovy Guy here, and welcome to today's video where we're going to be having a look at Studio Series Leader Class Blackout. And as you can see already, he is absolutely massive. I've had to move my camera back a bit so you can sort of see my PlayStation 4 and some accessories over here and a couple of shadows over here of other figures that I've already reviewed or had a look at. So yeah, he is absolutely amazing in his vehicle mode. It's almost a scale model, though what scale I'm not sure of exactly. Very first thing I would like to cover is Scorponok's placing in this mode, because the instructions are not very clear as to how he gets placed in, but he gets put in right up the back there. You can see him there, and he's solid. The way he gets placed in is you can see these two little indents, slots, things on the back of him. Where are we? These two, sorry, just adjust the camera a bit. These two prongs here, they go into those two little slots. So you sort of got to line it up from the back, and you also got to sort of use the pinches. Also, another good guide is, hang on, where are we? Is that it? Yeah, I think he's in. Another good guide is to have these two joints here. They go between the hind legs of Scorponok, and once he's in, he's not going anywhere. He is in there for sure. He doesn't have a quick release like the Voyager mold does. So yeah, he is an amazing toy. He's got lots of detail on him. See if we can see. He's got the 4500X on his tail. That's pretty cool. He's also got Blackout on the back there. Bit of a spoiler, but he's got lots of he's got Danger. He's got the star there. He's got lots of details that are interesting from just a helicopter point of view. He's also got the refueling hose. That's not a machine gun. It's a refueling hose. Is there anything else? Oh yeah, he's got a nice little Decepticon logo on his cabin, which is a bit hard to get a close shot of. See if we can. There we go, 4500X on his front. He does have a bit of visible face syndrome, but if it wasn't there, how would he be able to see where he's going? Just as a quick reminder as to how desperately needed this figure was in this scale a decade ago, here he is with his movie 1 counterpart. He's got lots of... They really like to have that personal space, these two, because they've got very big propellers. So yeah, it's definitely a welcome size upgrade. Very nice color. He's just an amazing helicopter to look at. He's very fiddly to get from Robot to this mode, because it's lots of folding out, tabbing in. Again, the instructions aren't really great as to how to achieve this. You sort of got to use the instructions as a very rough guide, and then you can sort of see where a slot and a tab line up, and then you sort of got to stretch it out and pray for the best. He does have landing gear wheels. They don't collapse at all. They're just there for the ride. And yeah, the rotors don't rotate. There's no mechanism to make them rotate. You just got to spin them yourself. Before we go further, I'll just have another quick look at Scorponok, because he is actually really well detailed. There's a little look at him there. You can see he's got a lot of paint on him too for a little guy. He's got the red eyes. What I really like is when you fold the pinches in, they actually sort of go one on top of the other. which I think is a nice little feature. Doesn't really have any movement. He can only move his pinches and his tail. So yeah, there's a look at Scorponok. Now, so just to date this is Friday the 25th of May. Because of how long it's going to take for me to transform Blackout, I just wanted to record the time. It is currently 1:30 p.m. Friday afternoon. When we get back with robot mode, I'm going to say the time again and we can compare the difference. So, back in a minute with robot mode. Alright, and we're back. It is still Friday the 25th of May 2018. It is now 2:11 p.m. So there's about 40 minutes of tinkering about, getting him all lined up, and further justification as to why I don't do transformations on video. So here he is, Blackout, in his robot mode. Before we go any further, I just want to do a quick comparison of him with his 2007 Voyager self. So he's definitely a big step up. Step in the right direction, big improvement, all that nice, lovely, yummy stuff. First thing I want to cover is Scorponok's storage. I don't think it's really referenced in the instructions too well. Actually, it's not referenced in the instructions at all. If we can see here, it just shows Scorponok going onto Blackout's back, and that's about it. But I read online at a number of sources that Scorponok is meant to hold on to Blackout's rotor blades so his blades don't fiddle about too often. And I do believe I have found how to position Scorponok. So, he's upside down. These two blades here are actually up against two solid bits of plastic. I don't know if I can get them. See. Anyway, these two blades are up against two bits of plastic, and also Scorponok's legs are holding them in place, so the whole helicopter blades aren't really swishing about the place. So this seems to be the best way to have Scorponok if you're just going to have him on Blackout's back, or not just sitting to the side of Blackout. One thing though is, for some reason, I don't know if it's just my model, but the blades are a bit asymmetrical when being held in this position. But from what I've been able to see, it is the only way to get Scorponok into this position. So the blades are not rotating around freely, but they do look a bit lopsided. Actually, from the front, I think it's, yeah, if I swing that blade out a bit, kind of beefs him up. Anyway, it's he's got a really nice, I'm just going to bring him forward again. He's got a really nice head sculpt. No light piping, but he's got some sinister red painted eyes in there, so we can get a better look at it. Really, really good head sculpt on him. He does look like that strange garbled mess that Decepticon faces had in the live action movies. He does have no wrist. He doesn't have wrist articulation, so you do sort of get him with the sort of typing hands mode. There are ways you can customize it. I'm not going to be doing that, however, because the hands apparently sort of are very prominent in helicopter mode if you rotate them so they're facing with the fist hole facing out. Anyway, he doesn't really need to hold anything. His legs are pretty much a choose your own adventure. They are double jointed, so you can give him the sort of chicken leg mode if you so wish. But I'm going to try and keep him standing as upright as possible because he is an upright Decepticon. Refueling hose just sort of folds down. There is no waist articulation on this guy, but still that just folds down there. I think Pure did his video and he folded it in there, but it was placing stress on there. And I don't want to risk breaking this guy because he is actually pretty wonderful. See if I can get him standing. Do a little bit of a rotation of him, shall we? Get his arm back down. So he really does look like a good movie-verse toy. Like he has a real convincing looking helicopter mode, and then the helicopter mode sort of unfolds and unpacks into this really, really nice looking Decepticon Blackout. So I'm really glad to have him in my collection, even though I don't, like, I did collect the Movieverse figures, but they're all packed away now. I really did like Blackout, and now that we've got a good representation of him in plastic form, I am really happy to have him, and he is going to be displayed prominently next to Megatron. And when I say Megatron, I mean Combiner Wars Megatron. Here we go. So now we got Megatron and his Bloodhound Blackout. So yeah, there is my quick little look at Movieverse Studio Series Leader Class Blackout. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you found it informative, particularly with regards to how Scorponok is sort of positioned in both of the modes. Like, you do need to clip him in helicopter mode, and in this mode it's just literally get these two propellers up against their tabs. Hang on, I'll just pull him off. So that's how he's meant to be. So I really got him in there quite well. So yeah, you got these two little tabs here. Blades go against there. That round part there goes into Scorponok's little hole there. I don't know if it's going to show up too well when I'm doing it live. I'm doing it live. No, not really. So yeah, anyway, that was how Scorponok's meant to sort of be in this mode. Again, thank you very much for watching. I do recommend getting him because he is a pretty cool toy. He's very fiddly. If you're one of those ones that likes to have a complex transformation, then I think Revenge of the Fallen Optimus Prime is still the apex of that particular summit. Whatever. But Blackout, he is very fiddly, but you get really good beginning and end modes from transformation. So again, thank you very much for watching. I don't want to say what's coming up next because I'm still a bit undecided. So, oh, Scorponok's thing just popped off. Better get, just gonna try and get this back on so everything's all happy. There we go. Back on, we're all happy. There's Scorponok with Blackout. Thank you for watching and look forward to, well, like I said, I'm not going to say what's coming up next, but look forward to it, and I look forward to seeing you then. Bye now. Alright, I'm back here at the very end after the bye now. I realise now that I did actually have Blackout mistransformed. I didn't have him folded all the way up, but Scorponok is there. He's holding the blades a bit better, but for some reason that blade just wants to keep popping out. So yeah, there's Scorponok, and with the flaps folded up properly. He's still an awesome figure. Thank you very much for giving me this chance of retort. Anyway, yeah, so yeah, just a quick little bit at the end just to say I do realize I made a mistake. I apologize for that. Hopefully I've corrected it in your eyes and we can all still be friends and you'll still see me next time. Bye now.